Şey açsana, Poppy Playtime'ın bilinmeyen hikayesi.
Kendime as. I would rather kill myself.
Sesi kısık bu arada.
Poor guy.
You guys keep sending me video suggestions, and they're alright, but your method of delivery is very strange.
Wait, can you please stop throwing dead birds at my house?
It wasn't me.
What do you mean? You got a bird? Ow.
So today, I'm going to make 5 of your video ideas in the hope that you'll leave me alone. Okay, the first suggestion comes from Coping Molding Truth 43 on Twitter, who wants me to make a pressure washer bidet, which sounds hilarious and will finally allow me to properly clean my ass. So,
Evet
I'm
doğru,
gonna start with a
Amerikalılarda
cheap
taharet
bidet
musluğu yoktu,
and a cheap
gerizekalı
pressure
götü
washer.
boklular.
And I'm hoping I can just plug this straight into my ass and it will work. But after turning on the pressure washer and
Sen
seeing
ne
how strong
musluğu?
it is,
Taharet. Götümüzü yıkıyoruz ya.
O ne?
Mox. Mox, götü boklu mu dolaşıyorsun? Oo, bu çok acı.
Bir saniye. Ne? Bir saniye.
Açıyorsun,
açıyoruz,
götüne su
atıyor
fışkırtıyor
o
ya.
mu?
Aynen. Su fışkırtıyor ya götüne.
O normal değil mi? Zaten tüm tuvaletlerde yok mu?
Türkiye'de var. Türkiye dışında
Amerika'da yok mu?
Türkiye'ye özel değil de Amerika'da falan büyük ülkelerde yok.
What the fuck?
Götü boklu güzel.
Neyle siliyorlar?
Islak mendille. Ama götlerinde bok kalıyor işte.
Olmaz canım.
Adam da taharet musluğu icat ediyor işte.
I decided against that and wanted to see if I
Olmaz
could
oğlum.
plug the pressure washer directly into the bidet.
Kabul etmiyorum ben. Bu nasıl yapıyor? Sıkacağım ya.
And it didn't destroy the bidet like I thought it would. The bidet just didn't let the
Acı
high pressure
çekiyorum.
water through, which is actually a good thing because otherwise I would have made a hole in my foot. So I'm going to have to upgrade all these crappy plastic
ben
parts
gidiyorum,
to high
gelebilir-
pressure hose.
gelebilir miyim
And I've
bilmiyorum.
never actually used a
Şey,
bidet before, but I've heard from others
Bir saniye.
Aynen. Çok ilginç bir şey olmaz ha. O7 asker. Senin yetkin var, geri girebiliyorsun.
Tamam, hadi görüşürüz.
Yani hoşçakal.
Ben beynim eridi gibi. Birdenbire.
Oluyor öyle şeyler ha.
that have that they work.
İspek.
Efendi.
Ha, hala buradasın. Okey, kontrol ettim nabzını sadece.
Really
İspek, bu seninle birlikte gece yaptığımız şey yani. Tıkınırken hep tıkınıyoruz işte. Komiktir, icat videoları izliyoruz ama 10 kişinin karşısında ya da 5.
well and feel a bit like your own
Ban
personal
yemediysem
slave
yani.
that spits water on your ass. So I'm very excited to try one.
Yok
But
daha
after
iyi.
taking apart the bidet and having a proper look inside, I think I'm just going to have to replace everything, as it's all low quality plastic. And the original bidet has 2 nozzles, one for normal people and the other for women. So I'm only going to make a 1-hole nozzle. And I'm going to do that by just welding a pipe to this high pressure hose fitting, which will have this little plunger inside that will move out as the water pushes it and will then squirt water out of this little hole. And after giving it a quick test, it worked really well at low pressure with no water coming out of the gaps. So I turned on the pressure washer to see if it would explode.
Okay, power washer on. 3, 2.
And I've now realized I've made a big mistake. I purchased the wrong fitting, and the hose is never going to properly attach.
Bu yüzden
So
götümüzü
instead of doing
silmiyoruz.
the right thing and just buying a new one, I tested my luck by attempting to weld the high-pressure plastic hose directly to the fitting.
This is such a dumb idea.
Götün havaya uçacak, yapma.
Which actually seemed to work, as I was constantly keeping the metal cool.
İspek,
Efendim.
elleri yanmıyor mu? Hani şey takıyor ya. Eli yanmıyor mu burada?
Herhangi bir fikrim yok.
Yanmıyor demek ki. Çok ilginç.
Which actually seemed to work, as I was constantly keeping the metal cool. So I tested it again.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And that actually worked really well. So I installed it into the bidet and sprayed the whole thing white. And I'm not going to install this on an inside toilet, as I've already made enough holes in the ceiling. So I test fitted it on this chair outside, and it actually feels as nice and comfortable as a normal toilet, which means it was time to use the bidet. And I'm going to test it first on this pig belly, which I've heard makes a really accurate ass substitute. And that worked amazingly. The bidet managed to clean all the way through the pig belly,
Smolt'u izlemeyeceğim, hayır. Atma. Garip grup şeyler.
removing the fat and meat.
This is disgusting. There is meat.
What?
This is
Et
All
niye
the way
orada?
through the pig belly, removing the fat and meat.
Ha, domuz
This is
etiymiş.
disgusting.
Ben direkt havlu falan sandım.
There is
Dedim niye
meat
havluyu oradan çıkıyorum?
everywhere.
But it still didn't cut it cleanly in half like I was hoping. So I'm going to give the bidet an easier challenge, this apple.
Biliyorsun
Hı.
tam olarak ya şu yayına baksana be. Anlarsın.
Donmuyoruz ya, bak güzel yapma bana.
Facecam. Ya nasıl anlatacağımı bilmiyorum.
Nesin anlat. Yemeğim gözüksün diye açıyı değiştirdim, onu mu diyorsun? Alo İspik, bak germe beni. Council of Coke çok korkuttu beni, lütfen.
Önemli bir şey değil.
And this would definitely clean my insides. 8 out of 10. Okay, the second suggestion comes from
Facecam'de
Ryan,
çerçeve
or as I like to
çıkmış.
call him, Ryan.
Onu
And he
düzelttim.
suggests replacing the blades on a ceiling fan with knives. And I've already replaced all my kitchen knife blades with ceiling fans, which works great. But I've never thought of doing it the other way around. So I'm excited. And the first thing I need to get is a ceiling, and then a fan. And this
Yeah.
one was a nice cute one, but it means I need to put it together. So I opened up the box and then got the instructions and put them in the bin. And then followed them from there. And after connecting the blue wire to the blue wire, the green wire to the green wire, and the brown to the brown, it didn't work. So I skipped using this speed control and just borrowed a power cable. And then connected it directly to the fan, which means the fan only has one speed, on. And now that I have a fan that spins, it's machete time.
O kadar asla götüm yemez böyle bir şey. O kadar
So I
korkutucu
pulled
ki.
off the plastic handles, then welded a dodgy brace to the machete before attaching them to the fan. And this is already terrifying. But
Daha
not
alt
as
yazıyı
terrifying as
unuttum.
my inability to count how many blades a fan actually has. And I now have an extra machete. If anyone wants it, it's in this bush right here. Okay, now time to strap this to my ceiling.
Abi bu ne? Ne yapıyorsun sen ya? Hızlandırma, manyak mısın? Hızlandırıyor bir de.
It's so fast. And
Bu adam ölecek. Ölecek bu
This
adam.
is terrifying. It's so silent in the air, almost like the blades are so sharp that they are just cutting right through it. Let's chuck some stuff into it. And to do that, I made this little safety fortress.
Kafan kopar ya.
I wasn't really happy with the angle I had to throw the fruit at, so I repositioned my fortress right under the fan.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oha.
And that was fun to watch while editing, but not fun while I was there. I was imagining my welds snapping and the blade flying out and shooting through my barricade at any moment. But besides that, it did a great job of cutting through. 9 out of 10.
Oo, çok acı bu arada. Gray
Right, the
izlemiyorsun
third
biliyorum
idea
ama
comes
çok
from
korkutucu.
Swagger Souls on Twitter, who wants me to make mustard gas and then put it on a hot dog. And the first thing I'm going to need is some pool chlorine. Sorry, I meant the third idea is a sponsorship for PayPal Honey. Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America, but I found a coupon to save. Alright, this comes from Zoe Possum, who wants me to get a jackhammer and put a rubber pad on the bottom and footholds on the side, creating the world's most terrifying pogo stick. And I already know this is going to scramble my brain, but the world's most terrifying, a rubber pad on the bottom and footholds on the side, creating the world's most terrifying
Anladım.
that can finally help the shorts with one stone, as Ludwig requested I also make a device that can finally help the short fellow jump high enough to dunk, which seems impossible, but I'll give it a shot. So the first thing I did was go to the local
Niye
store
cenaze
and bought
müziği?
these bolt cutters. Then I waited till night. And went down to the closest construction site and then borrowed this. And I didn't really have a choice of jackhammer, so I grabbed this one, which is very noisy.
So noisy.
But luckily, I can just put on ear protection.
Ya salak.
Now at the moment, it has this sharp chisel at the bottom, which
Oh,
would be
çok
similar to
korkutucu.
jumping in stilettos. Sexy, but not efficient. So I'm going to make a giant metal foot to increase the surface area. And for reference, I took a photo of my foot.
Ya. Bu adam monoton sesine rağmen aşırı komik ya. Aynı Technoblade gibi.
Very nice. Thank you. Yes, it is.
Evet.
And then cut out this.
Evet.
And then welded some extra support metal on top so it's strong enough to handle the
Ayak.
jackhammer. Then I welded a piece of pipe on the foot so the jackhammer can slip neatly into its new shoe. And the foot is done. But now I just need somewhere to put my feet. And I don't want to permanently attach anything or weld to the jackhammer, as I actually plan to give this back to the construction site once I'm done. So I got a piece of wood and made a hole in it, and then put a clamp underneath and a heap of duct tape and kept wrapping it around until I created this horrible mess.
This is not going to work.
And I fixed it. And that's done. So now I just need to turn this terrifying thing on.
Hayır, hiç mi korkmuyorsun? Bari çıplak ayak yapma.
Olayı o.
Kanalın ismi Çıplak Ayak Gaming mi İspik? Barefoot Science mı? Ne yani?
Konsept o. Sorgulama.
it broke all of my welds. And I could re-weld it, but there was absolutely no jumping happening, and all it did was really hurt my wrists and ankles, which didn't even look funny on camera. 0 out of 10. Okay, the final suggestion comes from Hey Jack, who wants me to make solar panel glasses. And his intention here is to blind me by making me stare into the sun. Which I'm willing to do, as everyone knows there's nothing more entertaining than a blind person. Now, I could put half-transparent solar panels directly over the lens of the sunglasses, which would look more aesthetic, but would be hard to do. So instead, I'm just going to 3D print some sunglasses with mounts on top, and then use these tiny solar panels, which I just took from the roof of this tiny house, which I'll mount on top. And I figured this will actually look pretty acceptable as sunglasses, as if people are willing to wear these, which make you look like a pedophile, I'm talking to you, Andrew, these don't look bad in comparison. And you know how I just said I'm going to 3D print these glasses? I forgot that I broke my 3D printer by shooting it a couple of videos ago. So instead I used my 2D printer and just printed these out. Then I cut down this piece of PVC
Sen bunu ilk defa mı izliyorsun?
Hayır.
Peki.
pipe and straightened it with a heat gun.
Komik yine de.
And then heated it again so I could mold it perfectly to the shape of the sunglasses. Then I got the tiniest drill bit I'm legally allowed to own and made a hole. And then watched this video on YouTube to see where I threw away those small screws at the beginning of the video. And stuck it all together.
Cidden onları aradı mı yoksa...
Spray paint.
Ops.
And it's
Cidden onları aradı mı yoksa espri için mi de asla bilmeyeceğiz ama çok komik ya.
and stuck it all together. And a quick spray paint, and it's done. So, now let's say I'm standing in the sun, and I'm feeling a little too hot. Idiots would just move to the shade. But all I need to do is attach my little fan to the sunnies, and then stare directly into the sun until the fan starts moving, cooling me down.
3, 2, 1. Give me that wind.
It's also great for charging your phone. All I had to do was swap over to this charging port and then stare into the sun for 2 hours to get 1% charge extra on my phone.
Okay, ready? So I'm looking down, no charge. Watch what happens when I look up. Is it doing anything? Yeah, okay.
Çok havalı bu arada. Çok havalı. Holy shit.
Okay. This is just torture. This is horrible.
6 out of 10. Which means Ryan is the winner with the ceiling machete fan. Ryan, please send me your full name, address, and credit card details, including the CVV, to receive your prize. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check out some of my other videos.
Çok iyi ya.
Cat,
Ne?
Catsum.
Merhaba.
Hi.
Oh my god, Ketsum hi.
Ne yapıyorsunuz?
Bilim videoları izliyoruz ben acılı çiğ köfte yerken.
Ben bu adamı biliyorum, harika videoları.
Bu şey mi? Hangi adam Michael Superbacker'la buluşmuştu?
Hatırlayamıyorum.
Tura az önce penis çıktı yayına ya. Ban yiyeceğiz. Twitch'ten de ban yiyeceğiz.
Şeydi o sanırım. William.
William Osman mıydı?
Evet. Bir de başka bir arkadaş daha vardı ama bu değildi sanırım. Emin değilim.
Sahte penis mi yoksa bildiğin gerçek?
Dildo.
Ha yok o zaman.
Abi Twitch'ten ban yedi ama. Hatta Charlie'nin öyle bir videosu var.